Most people assume that feeling lost only happens when life is clearly falling apart. When money is tight, relationships are broken, or everything feels chaotic. But some of the most confusing emotional states appear when life looks perfectly fine from the outside. You have a routine, you function, you do what needs to be done. And yet, deep inside, something feels off. You wake up, move through the day, and complete tasks, but nothing truly lands. Achievements feel neutral. Rest doesn't refresh you. Even good moments fade quickly. You wouldn't say you're unhappy, but you wouldn't say you feel fulfilled either. It's a strange emotional middle ground that's hard to explain, and even harder to fix. This feeling often creates guilt. You tell yourself you shouldn't complain. Others have it worse. You have no obvious reason to feel this way. So instead of exploring the feeling, you suppress it. You keep going. You stay busy. You distract yourself. Over time, the feeling doesn't disappear. It quietly grows. The reason this happens is not because something is wrong with you. It's because the human mind needs more than stability to feel alive. Safety and comfort are important, but they are not enough. When life becomes predictable without purpose, the mind begins to drift. Modern life rewards functionality, not meaning. As long as you show up, respond, and perform, everything appears fine. But meaning does not come from performance. It comes from alignment. When your actions no longer reflect what matters to you, confusion begins. This misalignment often happens gradually. There is no single moment where everything breaks. Instead, small compromises accumulate. You postpone personal goals. You ignore curiosity. You silence intuition. Not because you don't care, but because responsibility feels louder than desire. Over time, you lose touch with your internal compass. You stop asking where you are going and focus only on keeping things running. Life becomes maintenance instead of exploration. This is when people start to feel lost, even though nothing seems wrong. The brain plays a role in this confusion. It adapts quickly to improvement. What once felt exciting becomes normal. Comfort dulls awareness. When everything feels stable, the brain stops sending signals of urgency. Without challenge or growth, motivation fades quietly. This is why people sometimes feel more alive during difficult periods. Struggle demands presence. It forces decision-making. It gives direction, even if that direction is survival. When struggle disappears without being replaced by purpose, the mind enters a low-level emptiness. Another hidden factor is identity. Many people define themselves through roles, job titles, responsibilities, expectations. These roles provide structure, but they can also trap identity. When your sense of self becomes dependent on what you do instead of who you are becoming, progress feels stagnant. You may be succeeding at a version of life you no longer want, and that realization is uncomfortable. It challenges your past choices. It creates internal conflict. So instead of addressing it, the mind avoids it. Distraction becomes the default solution. Entertainment, scrolling, constant noise. These don't fix the problem, but they soften the discomfort. Over time, distraction becomes emotional anesthesia. You function, but you don't feel deeply connected to your life. This disconnection affects energy. You may feel tired without understanding why. Motivation feels inconsistent. Focus drifts easily. These are not signs of laziness. They are signals of misalignment. The body often reacts before the mind understands. Tension, restlessness, a sense of unease. These are messages, not flaws. They are reminders that something inside you wants movement, not just stability. Finding direction again does not require drastic change. It begins with attention. Noticing what drains you, noticing what quietly excites you, noticing which moments make time feel slower or faster. Direction emerges from honesty, asking questions without immediately needing answers. What am I avoiding? What am I curious about? What part of me feels ignored? These questions are uncomfortable, but they reconnect you with yourself. Clarity does not arrive all at once. It builds slowly through small decisions, choosing depth over distraction, choosing reflection over noise, choosing growth over comfort in manageable ways. Many people wait for certainty before acting, but certainty comes after movement, not before. Action reveals direction. Stillness without reflection only deepens confusion. When you allow yourself to explore without pressure to figure everything out, the feeling of being lost begins to soften. You stop demanding immediate clarity and start trusting gradual understanding. Feeling lost is not a failure state. It is a transition state. It often appears when an old version of life no longer fits, but a new one hasn't fully formed yet. That space feels uncomfortable, but it is also fertile. Growth rarely feels clear in the moment. It feels uncertain, disorienting, quiet, but it moves you forward in ways comfort never can. If you feel lost, even though life looks fine, it doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're ready for alignment instead of autopilot. And that realization, while uncomfortable, is the beginning of something honest.